One of the biggest things I still struggle with to this day has to do with how I feel about other people. It's a little bit of external validation. It's a little bit of me caring about what other people think of me, and it shouldn't be that way, but it just is. I don't know if any of you can relate to this, but I'm going to go ahead and explain in depth what I mean. For example, somebody looks at you on the side of the street, on the sidewalk, or the barista that takes your order looks at you funny, and that person on the side of the street looks at you funny. You start getting negative thoughts, you start getting violent thoughts, you start thinking about fighting this guy. You deal with a girl that's really just not super friendly to you, and like you feel like she's kind of judging you in some way. And then as a response, you just shut off from the world, you shut off from people, you don't want to talk to anybody, you just want to be left alone, you just want to be by yourself. And it is even worse when there's an actual like objective objectively negative encounter that you have. Oh my goodness, it gets so much worse. If somebody cusses you out on the side of the street, if somebody road rages against you in traffic and flips up the middle finger and gets angry with you, if somebody does something like that, oh my goodness, it is even worse. It is a million times worse. That trigger just causes you to distance yourself from people, and it also makes you just non-stop think negatively. I mean, the cycle never ends. You're thinking about it for the rest of the day. You're thinking about it for the rest of the week. I want to explain really quickly before I go deeper into this a situation that happened very recently that still is bugging me to this day, and it's something not even that big of a deal. It's kind of trivial, and yet it's still bugging me right now as we speak. I want to ask how you guys are doing. How's your guys' day? How are you guys feeling? How's life? Comment down below how you're just overall feeling right now. And if you guys want to join a community of people who are also trying to improve their life, and if you want to just learn more about these kind of things and just learn how to do better and learn how to be a better person and feel better and overcome depression, overcome anxiety, if these things bother you and if these things are issues in your life, I want to help you overcome those things. There's also many other people who you could talk to who are also in similar situations. So if you feel like you just don't fit in and you just feel like this sense of isolation, then consider joining my Discord link in the description below. I truly believe if you join, it will help you very much. There is a paywall, but don't worry. You can join actually for free. I think you do have to subscribe first, but you can join, have a free trial for like a week. And if you want to stay, then you can stay. And if you don't find it worth like $3 a month, then you don't have to stay. You can leave. We're just trying to make it a community of people who understand all these things and can relate to these things that we all go through. Because in the real world, it's often hard to find people to relate to, and it's hard to feel like included and relatable. But with that being said, I'm going to get into my story. So about a week ago, I was doing my normal route as a delivery driver for FedEx. I drive a big truck and I do industrial routes. So I basically go to all the industrial places and commercial places and do big bulky deliveries. And I was doing one for this one place that was a detailing shop. And it was like in a little garage, a little low-key shop. Next to it, there was this gated, it was just like a gated parking lot, but it didn't have it just had work trucks in it. It didn't really have anything else. But it's just kind of for work trucks for the businesses that are in that area. And I had a package for another business that was in that gated area, but I noticed they were closed. So to get the package delivered to somebody, I went to the next door detailing shop and I asked them if they could hold on to the package for them, and eventually they were like, okay, fine, like we'll hold on to it for them. And I am at this point I am parked in front of the open gate to this parking lot because I just kind of thought like, oh, I'll be in and out, just gonna drop this package off. It's a small one, like it's not gonna take very long. And so I do that, and then I go over to the place that I'm actually delivering to, and I put a little door tag, a little note on their door, basically stating that we delivered it to the people next door, and you can pick it up from them. And the reason for this is we need a signature, so we can't just drop it off at the door of the business. We have to actually grab a signature, and there was nobody there. Then I come back to my truck and I see that there's a car that's trying to get out of the parking lot, and my truck is blocking the parking lot. I run over, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna quickly move the truck for them, be super courteous. I wave them off and I'm like, hey, sorry, I'll move the truck for you guys. This guy and his wife is driving, the guy is in the passenger seat. He was actually just coming out of the detailing shop and he was going to his car in the passenger seat. Looks at me and he says, you can't be effing blocking the lot. I'm kind of taken aback by his hostility, and I get kind of prideful and upset, but also like, who do you think you are, for one, and for two, I was like, just that trigger that I'm talking about, that trigger was going off, and I just felt so upset and confused as to why somebody would act this way. And so I do something that I should not have done. It was not a good thing to do by any means. But I go up to him and I say, I'll do whatever I want. Like, pretty, in a not nice way, we'll put it. At this point, I'm walking over to my truck, and this guy goes off. He starts cussing me out, saying a bunch of things, saying he's gonna kill me, he's gonna shoot me, he's gonna do all this. And I'm just like, okay, I don't have the energy to deal with this guy. But deep down inside, I want to go over to him and punch him a million times and just beat him to the ground. That is where I am mentally. The rest of the day and even the rest of the week, even up until now, I have been upset about this occurrence. It's almost as if I'm upset that there was a misunderstanding. I'm upset that he didn't have the respect for me as a human being. All of a sudden, I start thinking, this is actually a really cool island, like archipelago. It's actually really cool. Holy crap. I like this area. All of a sudden, I'm like thinking a million different thoughts, and I'm all in my, like the rest of the day, I'm just stuck in my head thinking a million different things. Oh, was I in the wrong? Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, what did I do wrong? And like, I start getting insecure, like, oh, maybe I'm the problem. Maybe he's just like hostile because I'm the problem, or I just get super insecure, and it was not good. I have overcome many of the addictions that I used to have. I've kind of been on self-improvement for a few years now, but I still have a lot of mental strongholds in my life, and one of the biggest ones has to do with strangers and people in the world. Deep down, I get really upset by other people and their actions and what they say, and I don't know why, but it just gets to me. It just bothers me, and it makes me insecure, and it makes me in my head. And part of it is I don't feel very confident, and I feel like if somebody's mad at me, I'm doing something wrong, and I don't want to feel that way. That's why I get so defensive. I don't know if anybody else can relate to this, but that's why I get so defensive and angry. It's like, what did I do wrong? What did I do to deserve this? And it makes me self-conscious. It makes me stuck in my head all day. It makes me not live life in the present, in the moment, and that causes my life quality, my mental health to get worse. And it also reinforces the negative mentality and the anger and the overthinking. It reinforces all these things, and the devil, the spiritual enemy, uses that to make my mental health situation worse. I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. If you guys struggle with the same problem, if you guys relate to this, if you guys just don't really like other people, in fact, you kind of hate other people, to put it bluntly, you just can't stand other human beings. You just can't stand them. Maybe you've been bullied all your life. Maybe you've been harassed. Maybe you've been treated poorly. Maybe people just don't treat you with respect. Maybe people look at you like almost in a demeaning way. It's as if they're looking at you like in pity. It's funny because I truly would rather be me than anybody else. I have a purpose. I have a wife. I'm on self-improvement. I have God. I have a relationship with God. I have a meaningful purpose like that I work towards every single day. I have no reason to want to be anybody else. And yet when somebody else gives me that look or that like attitude of like, man, I would not want to be you, I would not want to live your life. I would not want to look like you. I would not want to have your personality. I would not want to have your looks. When somebody acts that way, it messes with me the wrong way. Oh, hello, spider. Like I was saying earlier, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. If this is relatable to you, is this a village with one house? Oh no, okay, there's other houses. I was very confused. I didn't know you could find just abandoned villages. The only way that I've noticed that you can really overcome this is by spiritual means. You have to go the spiritual route if you want to overcome this stronghold. Because I've made myself better. I have a purpose. I don't want to be like anybody else. I hold myself to a high regard, not in a sense of pride, but in a sense of like, I like who I am. I like where I'm at. I'm confident. I don't look ugly. At least I don't. For the first time in my life, I don't actually think I look ugly right now. Like, I look fine. Like, I have no insecurities that are like overly blatant and obvious. Of course, I have a couple that exist. I'm not like saying I'm like completely without insecurity, but for the most part, I don't have any. And it's like, why do I get so mentally overcome by these situations, by these people, and what they say, and what their body language says, and how they look at me? Why does it matter to me so much if I'm so confident in myself, and like I've improved so much, and I've grown so much, and I work so hard? The reason is not anything you can do tangibly. It has to be spiritual. You have a mental stronghold that like spiritually is still continually getting worse and worse. It's not anything physical. It's all mental. It's all spiritual. It's all mental, but it's all caused by the spiritual. So I'm going to be straight up. The only way to get better, for the most part, is by having a relationship with God. And let me explain why. I know if you're not a Christian, you're going to click off this video, and I get it, I understand. But if you haven't clicked off yet, please listen. This is going to be very important for you to hear. We all have our identity in something, and for a lot of us, our identity is in how other people look at us, perceive us, and that's why, and how they think of us, and that's why we want the nice car, we want the nice house, we want to be valued in society. For me, I know it's a big stronghold with my wife's parents because they don't respect me, and they don't have much, they don't really hold me to a high regard in any way. I don't provide any value to them, and so my whole life in the past couple of years has been trying to prove them wrong, and trying to get better, and to make that business, and to just do all these things. It's all identity. Your identity needs to be in God. It can't be in other people. It can't be how other people perceive you. It can't be your status. It can't be any of these things. Your identity has to be in God. And how do you make your identity in God? Your identity will be in God if you pray and have a relationship with God, and if God's number one in your life. And I know for a lot of us, if you are Christian, you might be struggling with the same thing, but you pray every day, you read the Bible every day, but you need to truly dedicate every second of your life to God. Like, everything needs to be centered on God. If you play video games, it needs to be centered on God. If you watch TV, it needs to be centered on God. If you drink like water, be grateful. If you just feel grateful, like, and then you'll be more spiritual. You'll be more motivated by God, not by people, not by how other people look at you, but by God. You'll start being motivated by what God thinks, not what man thinks. And all of a sudden, when that person looks at you negatively, and they look at you in a weird way, or somebody road rages, or somebody gets angry with you, all of a sudden, instead of feeling all these emotions and thoughts and insecurities stir up, you start feeling secure in yourself, because your identity isn't being attacked. Your identity is safe. Your identity is protected because it's in God. It's in the creator of the universe. If you're motivated by him and not other people, then you're golden. Every time you get insecure, every time you start overthinking, every time you start getting angry thoughts, stop what you're doing, give it to God. Be present and give it to God. And again, pray every day. That's the most important thing. And I know a lot of people won't like this answer. Trust me, you can get a long ways by improving your life. by improving your looks, getting a new haircut, going to the gym, building up some muscle, starting a business, working super hard, you can definitely build up some pride and some like good high status identity in that. But you will still crumble at certain points, and it's just not stable like it is when you have your identity in God, and that's so much more stable and long lasting. I hope this video helps some of you guys. I love you all. And again, if you want to join a community of people who talk about these kind of things and learn about these kind of things, and also if you want one-on-one coaching or like quote unquote therapy, I don't know, just like one-on-one calls, if you're interested in that, and if you're interested in talking about some of these things and getting feedback and advice and help from somebody who's been in self-improvement for so many years, then please consider joining the Discord link in the description below. I truly believe you'll be happy to have a community, have brotherhood, have friendship, have people that understand you, that you understand and get along with, and just the community, but also the one-on-one coaching is the one-on-one help and coaching at your disposal is going to be helping you. It's going to help you so much with your life and with your journey. If this video helped you, please consider subscribing and watching some of my other videos. I will hopefully see you sometime soon. Goodbye.